Alright, so back with another question from exercise 2b, this time question 5. So f of x equals 2x squared plus 3x minus 1, find in simplest form. And we've got all those different versions to find. Let's just do a few of them. I'm not going to do all of them. I want you to have some fun too. I'll do... A and B are pretty similar. B's got a negative, so why don't I do that one just to be helpful. So f of 2 minus x. Remember, all we do is we take the structure of f of x and replace every x with whatever's inside that bracket. So I'm going to go 2 times something squared plus 3 times whatever the thing inside the brackets is minus 1. You can see that's like the skeleton, that's the framework of that function. Instead of x though, in that position, instead of x there, I'm going to write 2 minus x. So this is 2 times 2 minus x all squared plus 3 times 2 minus x. Let's go ahead and see what happens. I'm going to leave that 2 out the front. Squaring this term, remember your distributive law. A minus b all squared is, of course, a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. We've been over that a few times. We did it in the mixed bag problems. We've done it in class. We've done it for 3 or 4 years now. Some of you are still going to be getting it wrong. Don't let that be you. Overcome that mistake. Think about it. If you know you make the mistake, write the brackets next to each other and just multiply them out, expanding each term by the other term in the bracket. But let's go ahead and do it for this one. 2 squared is 4 minus 2 times the first term times the second term. So that's minus 4x plus the second term squared, which is x squared. I'm going to expand the second bracket here. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 by negative x is negative 3x. Minus 1, expanding our first bracket, we're nearly done, 8 minus 8x plus 2x squared, 6 minus 1 is plus 5, we can do a little bit of simplifying there, minus 3x, and now we just write the terms. Start with your squared term first, it's always nicest, 2x squared, the x terms here, I've got negative 8x, there's negative 3, negative 8 minus another 3 is negative 11x, and 8 and 5 is 13. And there you go, you're done. Not terrible, I hope. F of x squared, that's going to be pretty straightforward. It's just going to be 2 times x squared squared, which will be 2x to the power of 4 plus 3x squared minus 1. I don't think that one's too bad. F is going to be a useful one, and E, maybe I'll do those two just to help us out a little bit. Here, E, f of x squared minus 1. Again, we get our little structure ready first. So I've got 2 times something squared plus 3 times whatever's in the brackets minus 1. Replace the brackets with x squared minus 1 in this case. And away we go. This will be 2x squared. When I square it, will become x to the 4 minus 2 times 1 times x squared. That's just negative 2x squared plus 1. Expanding this bracket, plus 3x squared minus 3 minus another 1. Leaves me with 2x to the power of 4 minus 4x squared plus 2 plus 3x squared. And minus 3 minus another 1 was minus 4. Finally, put them in order. 2x to the power of 4. Here I've got negative 4x squareds plus 3 of them. So that's just minus x squared. 2 minus 4, negative 2. And we're done. Finally, F. F is interestingly going to be important later on this year, and you'll see why. It's just x plus another little bit called h. Let's find capital F of x plus h. Start by writing out our structure. It's 2 times something squared plus 3 times something minus 1. What was the something in this case? It's whatever's in the bracket at the front, which is, of course, x plus h. Squaring that term, I am going to get x squared plus 2xh plus h squared. Here I've got plus 3x plus 3h minus 1. Results in 2x squared plus 4xh plus 2h squared plus 3x plus 3h minus 1. And that's really all you can do. You could, if you wanted to, group the x terms. If you want to make it look like a quadratic, this is probably not necessary, but we've got just enough room to do it. 2x squared plus, how many x's have I got? Well, here I've got 4h times x, and here I've got 3 of them. So I could write 4h plus 3 times x. And then what's my constant term at the end? The terms without x in them. 2h squared plus 3h minus 1. You could write it like that. I hope that's a little bit clearer. Somehow try and avoid the heat. It's still hot here at my place at 9:40, so hopefully you've got some aircon or something keeping you cool. Anyway, good to see some people asking questions. Let's keep it up. Make sure when you put your question in there, just give it enough time to load. I'm not sure if it quite had enough time to load, and maybe that's why it wasn't coming through to me straight away. I'm not sure. Either way, better to have them than not. Cheers, guys.